everyone, it's English Classes again with Teacher Says. Today our lesson focused on intensive and reflexive pronouns. But before we discuss the functions of reflexive and intensive pronouns, let us first review pronouns. Pronouns are words that are used to substitute a noun. Some of them are I, you, he, she, it, they, and we. The noun that is being replaced is called an antecedent. Look at these sentences. Mary is our class president. She is also the top one in our class. The noun antecedent is Mary, which is being replaced by a pronoun she. Ronnie plays the violin well. He is our school band leader. The noun antecedent is Ronnie, replaced by a pronoun he. Why do we use pronouns? We use pronouns to avoid repeating nouns in our sentences. Instead of saying, my father is a carpenter, my father fixes our broken chairs, my father works very hard to provide for our needs. Better say, my father is a carpenter. He fixes our broken chairs. He works very hard to provide for our needs. When using pronouns, just remember the following rules. The basic pronoun rules. Number 1. Subject pronouns like I, you, she, he, it, we, and they may be used to begin the sentence. For example, we did a great job. Number 2. Subject pronouns may also be used to rename the subject. For example, it was she who decided that we should go to Hawaii. Number 3. Indefinite pronouns like everyone, anyone, no one, someone, everybody, anybody, nobody, somebody, everything, anything, nothing, and something don't have antecedents. They're capable of standing on their own. For example, no one likes the sound of fingernails on a chalkboard. Number 4. Object pronouns are used as direct object, indirect object, and object of the preposition. These include you, me, him, her, us, them, it. For example, David talked to her about the mistake. The last rule, number 5. Possessive pronouns like mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, and theirs show ownership. They do not need apostrophes. For example, this book is yours. The following are the types of pronouns: personal, demonstrative, interrogative, relative, indefinite, possessive, reciprocal, and compound personal, or also known as reflexive and intensive pronouns. Today, our focus is on compound personal or reflexive and intensive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the subject or clause of a sentence. The list of reflexive pronouns includes myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Here are the reflexive pronouns and their matching personal pronoun. Myself goes with I. Yourself goes with singular you. Yourselves goes with a plural form of you. Himself goes with he. Herself goes with she. Itself goes with it. Ourselves goes with we. And themselves goes with them. Examples: I whistled to myself to calm down. She bought herself a new purse for her new job. We thought to ourselves, this has been the best day we have ever spent together. Remember, the reason that these reflexive pronouns exist is to make it clear that the subject is in fact doing something to itself. Instead of acting upon another object, the subject is acting upon itself, either literally or figuratively. This is especially helpful when using the third person plural. Consider the following two examples. They liked them. They liked themselves. In the first sentence, who they liked are other persons or could be another object, while in the second sentence, who they liked are themselves. Intensive pronouns are the same words used to emphasize the subject of the sentence. Intensive pronouns usually appear right near the subject of the sentence. Examples: you yourself are responsible for this mess. The cat itself caught the mouse. The troops themselves helped the people escape the burning building. Let us differentiate reflexive pronouns and intensive pronouns. Both intensive and reflexive pronouns end in the suffix self or selves. However, reflexive pronouns are always objects that refer to a sentence's subject. The following example shows a reflexive pronoun in action. Jim made himself coffee. Without the reflexive pronoun himself, it would be impossible for the reader to know who Jim made coffee for. In the next example, himself is used as an intensive pronoun. Jim made coffee for the king himself. Jim made coffee for the king himself. Here, himself refers to the king rather than to Jim. This is to emphasize that Jim made coffee for the king. The reader would be able to understand the sentence's complete meaning even without this pronoun. It is just used to add emphasis. In short, reflexive pronoun is essential in giving meaning in a sentence, while intensive pronoun is not that essential. A sentence meaning will still be complete even without it. Did you get the lesson for today? Let's see if you can answer the 1-minute challenge. Just tell if the underlined pronoun is a reflexive or intensive pronoun. Ready? Go! Time is up! Let's check your answers. Check your answers. 1. Ben built a boat for himself, reflexive. 2. My mother bakes our family's bread herself, intensive. 3. The mayor herself appeared at the rally, intensive. 4. You yourself can easily transform your body, intensive. 5. Please make yourselves at home while you wait, reflexive. 6. Linda took herself to the hospital, reflexive. 7. I myself can do it alone, intensive. 8. He stared at himself in the mirror, reflexive. 9. The team knew that they themselves can win the game, intensive. And number 10, the learners made holiday decorations by themselves, reflexive. Did you get a perfect 10? Excellent! Write your score in the comments box below. See you again next time. Class dismissed.